Okay, so we have a full day ahead of us. We need to go check on the roof and see if we can find that device that the Black Arrow Killer dropped, Dag Horton. We have more unfinished business at Autotech. I'm sure we've got to find a way to get into that evidence room. And we need to go check on Emily and see if we can cash in. I guess it's not really a favor because it was more like a quid pro quo to find out what she knows about Thomas Malloy. So I think the way that the path that makes the most sense is to first go check on Emily. So we're going to go there and we're going to do that right now. And this door's open, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You would assume that after a near killing of your star entertainer, you would go ahead and keep that door locked. But apparently Gus knows better than I do. So let's see how this goes.
Come on in. Glad you came by. Been having problems with the cops?
No, nothing serious.
You want a drink?
Sure.
Bourbon. Straight up, right?
Right. How'd you guess?
Physiognomy. It's a hobby of mine. You can tell almost anything about a person by their facial features.
So I guess I have a bourbon face.
Something like that. Listen, Murphy, I've got to apologize for the other night. See, that note that Emily got shook me up pretty bad. Though, I didn't want her to know I was worried.
Well, don't sweat it. I guess I kind of have a distrustful face. Of course, that'd be your department.
Well, I do want to thank you. You saved Emily's life.
So she's okay?
She's pretty rattled. But she isn't hurt. If you'd come in any later than you did. She's upstairs, sleeping it off.
I'm fine, Gus. I couldn't sleep anymore. Gus told me what you did. I don't know how to thank you.
Well, I guess we cut it pretty close, but I'm glad you're okay.
Thanks.
Listen, Emily, it's not too much trouble. I'd like to ask you a few more questions.
Come on, Murphy. She's been through enough already. Cops grilled her last night. Let's let it rest for a while.
It's okay, Gus. I owe him. A couple more questions isn't gonna hurt me. Go ahead, Tex. Thomas is my husband.
Pardon me for being stupid, but let me get this straight. You're Thomas Malloy's wife?
Yeah, we were married about a year ago.
So where's your husband?
I don't know.
Well, do you have any idea why he doesn't want you to know where he is?
No. He just said it'd be better for me. Safer for me. I honestly don't know why he left.
The man who attacked you last night took something from your apartment. Looked like a small box. Do you know what it was?
No. I mean, I don't know what was in it. I couldn't figure out how to open it.
How'd you get it?
Well, Thomas sent it to me. I don't know why anyone would want it.
How'd it arrive?
Through some delivery service. It was wrapped in plain brown wrapper.
How'd you know Thomas sent it to you?
Well, I recognized the handwriting on the outside of the wrapper. It was just plain brown paper. I threw it out, I guess. I don't know where it is. I heard Thomas mention that, but I don't know much about it. I really don't know too many people around here. I'm afraid I'm not much help. I'm not very good with names. I haven't heard anything about that. It's not a very glamorous name. When I make it big, I'll change it to something more exciting. Gus is an old friend. He's always taken good care of me. Oh, I met Clint. He has a chocolate stand up at the Coit Tower. He always gives me samples for free. Sorry. Did you ask Gus? This is Thomas, all right. I'm so worried about him. He doesn't look well, does he? I'm not very good with names. He was one of those cops that questioned me. He smelled like soy sauce. Oh, that's just a silly name Gus came up with. He didn't want anyone around here knowing my real name. Gus bought this place last year. He spent a lot of time and money fixing it up. When it was done, he couldn't afford to hire a house band, so I said I'd sing for him. He's the pig that works at the Ritz Hotel. When Thomas was staying there, I used to go visit. Nilo always made me feel cheap, the way he looked at me. I really don't know too much. Louis owns a diner down the street. The stew and... I don't remember. I think she's the girl who works at a newsstand across the street. I haven't heard much about you, except that you're a good PI.
Actually, I'm feeling really beat. I'm gonna go back to bed. I'll see you guys later.
She's a real trooper, isn't she?
Yeah. Murphy, I really owe you. You ever need a favor? Just name it.
Thanks. Keep that in mind. Right now, I need as much information as I can get about Malloy.
I'll tell you what I know. If I knew where he was, I'd tell you. But I haven't heard from him for almost a month. I think I threw it out in the dumpster behind the club. It might still be there. I checked out the box Emily received, but I couldn't figure out how to open it. Doesn't sound familiar. I've heard it's the most powerful agency in the government. A couple things Malloy told me made me think they're after him for some reason. Don't know. Sorry. Doesn't sound familiar. I read the paper. It's about the only mutant-run publication in the city. I think she's going to be okay. She's pretty resilient. Let's talk about something more interesting. Emily has a weak spot for chocolate, so we've gotten to know Clint pretty well. He's a strange one. Yeah, that's Malloy. Looks like it was taken recently. He was one of the cops that questioned me and Emily. Can't say much else about him. I don't know him. I've always wanted to own a nightclub. I've put my heart and soul into this place. Any business you can send my way, I'd really appreciate. Doesn't sound familiar. I don't know him. I bought a few things from the pawn shop when I was decorating the club. Bargaining with Rook is like removing a splinter. That's the big guy who runs the diner, right? Seems real friendly. And he makes some tasty grub. I gave Chelsea a complimentary membership. She's the kind of person I like to have in the club. You seem like a decent guy. I think we'll get along fine, as long as you keep your hands off Emily.
Okay, well, let's see if we can find that brown piece of paper. And I hear something. Yep. So I guess this was in the dumpster but blew
It
out.
looks like it could be the brown paper wrapper from the package Malloy sent to Emily. It's snagged up on the light post, though.
One of the things I like about the Tex Murphy games as opposed to some of the other old school adventure games is they tend to put items that you need within the same like loaded area. And so we picked this up a long time ago, but it's finally time to use it to get this brown piece of paper. We'll go ahead and give this a look.
Oh, there's no return address or name. But there has to be something here that will give me a lead to Malloy. Maybe I need to take a closer look.
This has got some troubling materials stains on it. But we'll go ahead and we'll put this in the visual analyzer and take a closer look. And you might think you want to look at the canceling of the stamp or do that stuff, but really it's just over here.
So, the microdot on the wrapper contains a PB meter number. Probably some kind of postal code. Must identify which post office the package was sent from. Now I just need to find someone who would know which post office that is.
So, I don't know that I know anybody who would, but maybe Lucia? We'll just ask around. But is that Chelsea back on the newsstand? That can't be right. Okay, it's not. In the interim, let's go up to the roof and find that thing that fell out of Dag Horton's pocket. I have a feeling that's important, and it may relate to where the box he stole is located. But it fell out during the fight, so it's going to be on the other roof. I see it already.
This thing must have fallen out of Horton's pocket. This is a tracking device. Maybe Horton stashed the box he stole from Emily's apartment and was planning on using this to locate the box later. This operates the way most tracking devices do. The sound it emits will speed up the closer I get to the target.
So this... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Tex.
This is a track. There's too much interference up here for this thing to work. I better take it down to the street.
Yeah, so I immediately know where to go because I remember from the last time I played this game. This is going to lead us down to the sewers, and we will find something there. I think that I was remembering the... when I was remembering the wall that you chisel out in the sewer, I was thinking of this stage of the game.
The tracking device should work fine down here.
Well, we don't need to turn it on quite yet. We can go down first.
What's the track? What's the tracking device?
Seems to be saying right around here. Yeah, so it's slowing down, so it's back this way somewhere. I'm not sure how much faster it can go. Feel fairly confident it's this wall. Um, oh. Okay, it doesn't highlight. You just have to use the chisel on the wall. Okay.
Whoa. A small device is attached to the box. I'd better take a closer look before I do anything rash.
Okay.
Oh, it's a Claiborne mine. I've read about these. To deactivate it, the red photons must be transferred to the left, and vice versa for the green. They're transferred by using the small shuttle that has 3 black stripes on it and is now on the red side. The transfer chamber must be powered by a red or green power cell, which is lighter color than the others. Red or green photons can be in the same chamber and in the shuttle, but if there's more of one color than the other, it creates an imbalance and the shuttle won't transfer.
Okay. I remember this. I don't know if we just got the perfect score on that or not. That seemed really easy. Okay, what did we get? Looked like there were 2 things in there. Maybe there was just this. I could have sworn it looked like there was a card behind it, but maybe not anymore.
This box has holes drilled all over the top. I'll need to find whatever goes in those holes in order to get this box open.
Yeah, and I don't think we have that yet. I'm looking at what we got, and I don't see anything that looks like it goes in holes. I don't really remember anyways. Okay, well, we found the box, which seems important. But we still... I still think we have sort of a gap in our... in sort of what to do next. So we've got the box, we've talked to Emily, we picked up thing that Dag dropped because that's how we got to the box. Oh, the post box code. We need to ask around about that. Let's start with Louis, I guess. Why not? Maybe he knows.
Hey, let me buy you a drink, mate.
Oh, you remembered the anniversary of my divorce.
I heard you saved that girl up at the Flamingo. The least I can do for our local hero is to buy him a drink.
She and I, we both got lucky.
Listen, mate, if you don't give yourself credit, no one else will. So what else can I do for you? Sorry, mate. I can't help you there. Out of my league on that one.
Okay, I'm not too surprised he didn't know, but I felt like he was worth a try because I don't really know who would know. Maybe the electronics shop guy actually. He'll even talk to us about things other than the electronics.
What can I help you with?
He's not a real character. I mean, he was interesting, but I mean, you can't interact with him the way that you can normal characters.
So, you saved the girl at the Flamingo and caught the man who attacked her. So I suppose you think you're some sort of a big shot.
Well, I'd rather be a big shot than a half pint. Oh, no offense.
Everything you do is offensive. Now, what do you want? I don't know a thing about it. You expect me to know about that?
Okay. I guess we can try Nilo. Maybe he knows. We haven't talked to him in a while, anyways.
Uncle Sam wants to see you.
Oh man, this isn't about those parking tickets.
Shut up.
All right. My new acquaintance is a good deal less cordial than the police were earlier. I'm thrown into the back of a black Avatar speeder. A few minutes later, we fly into the industrial sector and land by a familiar building. Auto Tech. I'm led inside, straight to Jackson Cross's office.
Welcome, Mr. Murphy. Please make yourself comfortable. Do you know where you are?
Okay, this is a dangerous conversation, so we're going to say we can easily get killed here. I don't remember exactly what we need to do, but we need to make sure that we tell him enough that he knows that we're not, or doesn't think we're lying to him, but don't tell him everything, because if he knows how much we know, the NSA will go ahead and kill us. So that's kind of the thin line we have to walk in this dialogue, and I don't remember how to do it. I just know that that's kind of where we end up. Also, if this is his office, this is the most depressing office I've ever seen. This is clearly an interrogation room. So, yeah, I don't think that's, I just don't think this is.
Literally or metaphysically?
Let me rephrase the question. Do you know who I work for?
Well, if it's about that student loan, I think you and I could work out a reasonable payment schedule.
This guy's a real joker, isn't he? Mr. Murphy, did you ever hear of the Graham Act? That's an executive order that was enacted about 40 years ago when the United States was having trouble with terrorist groups. It gives our agency carte blanche when dealing with internal security matters. So don't dick with me, Murphy. I'll pull out my gun and blow your face off.
Well then, I guess you work for the NSA.
Bravo. Give the man a big cigar. Now to the next question. Do you know why you're here?
Might have something to do with the guy who fell off the roof.
Your actions contributed to the death of an NSA agent, not to mention the small matter of interfering with an NSA investigation. Now you've got 1 minute to tell me all you know, or you'll find yourself the latest victim of the Graham Act.
A girl hired me to find out who was stalking her. I kept an eye on her place. I saw your guy in her apartment. I chased him to the roof. He pulled out a gun. He tried to shoot me. We struggled and he fell.
We've known for some time that high-level drug deals were going on at the Fuchsia Flamingo. That night, a shipment of euphoria was to be delivered. We had our agent at the girl's apartment to make the bust. Her life was never in any danger. You screwed up. I know that you're still holding something back. What is it?
Geez, I've told you everything I know and then some.
So that's it. There's nothing more you want to tell me about.
Oh, well, there is one more thing. Your agent found a small metal box at the Flamingo.
So you do have it. You should have said so in the first place. Now, do you want to tell us where it is?
I've got it right here. Take it.
So you beat us to the box. You impress me, Murphy. I'm going to do you the favor of a lifetime. I'm going to let you walk. But if I catch you meddling in NSA affairs one more time, I'm going to put a bullet right in your eyeball. Is that clear? Get this pukehead out of my office. I'll be watching you, Murphy.
Yeah, this is good. You can drop me anywhere along here.
We will.
The NSA thugs are courteous enough to drop me off back at the Ritz. When I get to my apartment, I notice the door is slightly ajar. The government boys probably spent some time in my office looking for the box. Hello.
I hope you don't mind. The door was open.
Well, I hope I didn't keep you waiting too long.
Nice place you got here. Decorate it yourself?
No. My housekeeper just started on Prozac.
Have a seat.
Well, thank you.
So, aren't you gonna thank me?
You pulled my chestnuts out of the fire the other night, didn't you? I didn't get a chance to thank you because you left so quickly. I want to know why you did it.
Oh, I'm sure you have women doing all kinds of crazy things just to get your attention.
You don't know me very well, do you? When a woman pays attention to me, generally I'm so stunned, I don't do anything about it.
I doubt that very much. So you drink bourbon, huh?
Yeah, I can afford it.
Yamas.
Yamas. Sounds Greek to me.
That's Greek to everybody.
I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ms.
Madsen. Regan Madsen. But I'd prefer you call me Regan.
Okay, Regan. You can call me Tex.
That's not your real name. What is it?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
Sorry. I gotta know somebody pretty thoroughly before I come clean on that one.
Well, then, maybe you should get to know me pretty thoroughly. So where's the box?
Box. Yeah, I got lots of boxes. What size do you need?
You know what I'm talking about.
I do not.
You like to play games, Tex. So do I. What's your angle?
I don't have an angle, Miss Madsen. My business is my own. I don't have a partner, and I don't like small talk. You're a very beautiful woman. Extremely beautiful woman. But that doesn't make any difference as far as I'm concerned.
Tough, too. I have a proposition for you. First of all, you should know, I didn't just stumble into this part of town by accident. I've been looking for somebody.
And who might that be?
Thomas Malloy.
I gotta find out about this guy. He knows all the beautiful women in town.
He's my father.
Oh.
I heard you were asking around about him, and I thought I'd see what you found out.
You said something about boxes.
Still playing the game? My father sent out several boxes lately. The NSA was closing in on him and he started to panic. I'm not exactly sure what was in the boxes or however many he sent out, but whoever finds all those boxes is going to come into an ungodly amount of money.
So what's your proposition?
I've already got one of the boxes. You give me the one you have, and I'll cut you in on the deal. Help me locate the others, and we'll have more money than you ever imagined. That's my proposition, plain and simple. You'll probably want some time to think this over. Why don't you call me at this number when you're ready to talk? Don't lose that number, Tex. I think we'd make a perfect fit.
Well, Regan Madsen sure knows how to make a first impression. Question is she on the level? There's no way to know if she's really Malloy's daughter or if she knows any more about the boxes than I do. I wonder if Fitzpatrick has any knowledge of the boxes, or Regan for that matter. There's a lot more involved here than just tracking down an old friend, and I'm right in the middle of it.
Okay. Well, it sounds like we've got a message on our phone.
Hey, I finally got you at home. What's going on?
Oh, the usual. I've been shot at twice. I was called in for questioning by the cops and had an NSA agent threaten to blow my brains out.
Oh, the things men say to impress their women. Hey, called to see how much you miss me.
Well, I'm missing you about as much as a hard-boiled PI can miss a dame.
Okay, He-Man. I'll let you get back to being bored and lonely without me. You know, I'm not going to be staying here too much longer. I should be home in a week or so. And I've got something that I think you're really going to like.
I bet I guess what it is. It's one of those special fedoras with the built-in beer spout.
Oh, I think you'll like this even better. I've got to go now. See you, Tex.
Okay, I guess that wasn't a message. It was an actual phone call. So yeah, the next sort of main objective we've got, in addition to finding Malloy, is finding the boxes. We had one. We lost it. The NSA now has it. Regan has one. And there are probably others. And I can assume that, or we can assume that Fitzpatrick is aware of the boxes and that's his actual intent. With having us find Malloy, but maybe if we call him, we'll find out something else. So let's go ahead and call our client.
Hello, Mr. Murphy. How goes the investigation?
It's coming along, but I still need to get a few more details from you.
Please, please, I am at your disposal. Thomas had a daughter named Regan. She was very young when I knew her in China. I can't say that this Regan Madsen is Thomas's daughter. Sorry, I'm afraid that's unfamiliar to me. Intriguing. If you find this puzzle box, I'd like to have a look at it. Unless it's related to finding Dr. Malloy, I don't believe that I can give you much assistance. I can't place the name. The NSA is a dangerous group. I've dealt with them before, and I have no desire to do it again. But I fear we may have no choice.
I'm just noticing that there's no Jackson Cross option here, so I don't think we have much more to get out of him. And he didn't spill the beans on his own puzzle box, so maybe he doesn't have one. But we will, I'm assuming, well, I mean, it's called a puzzle box, so let's call Lucia Purnell and see if she can help us with our postal box issue.
This is Lucia Purnell. I'm not at my desk right now, but if you leave your name and vid phone number, maybe I'll get back to you.
Okay, so she obviously cannot. So who have we not spoken to on the street? We haven't spoken to Clint. We were going to speak to Nilo, but then we got ambushed. I guess it's any time you enter the Ritz that can happen, because we came in through the front door, and I was not expecting... And the cutscene took place in our office, and it looked like it took place in the main, through the front door. Oh, well, we just had a crash. It's been happening a little bit. We can just go ahead and resume right where we left off. But we were ambushed in our office. It looked like through the fire escape door, so I don't know what that's about. But let's see if Nilo can help us with the PB number.
Saw that little senorita came by to visit you. Tasty little keister. I don't know any ladies by that name. I'm getting tired of you asking about things I ain't never heard of. Nope. Don't know a thing about it. I'm getting tired of you.
Okay, not a lot of help out of Nilo, and I'm not that surprised. Let's try Clint. I don't know why I think Clint might know something about postal boxes, but you never know.
I heard you saved Emily the other night. She's a real nice girl. I guess you're not as big a bonehead as I thought.
Well, sure I am. Think anybody with any intelligence would keep coming up and talking to you?
You're a funny guy. Now get to the point or get lost. Don't know a thing about it. Never heard of her. Emily never mentioned anything about a puzzle box.
Okay, so none of those guys. Nobody that. Well, I guess we could always try Crazy Gary. I mean, we might as well.
You cannot know the depth of my shame when I learned that I had, albeit unintentionally, abetted a criminal. I prostrate myself before you, metaphorically, and restate unequivocally my willingness to rejoin any and all of your queries.
Sounds good to me.
No, I've not heard of such a thing. No. I am unable to assist you.
Well, I'm not that surprised. Let's see what we can still do here. I don't think there's anybody on Chandler. Maybe Detective Malden can help us with a PB number.
What can I do for you, Murphy? She came down to the station and asked about you. It's a good thing she vouched for you, too, or you might still be a guest here.
That's the code for the post office in the Mission District.
Like I told you, we didn't find it.
I land my speeder outside the post office Mac referred me to. The counter help fails to live up to its name, but a professional loiterer working outside seems to recognize Malloy in the photo. For half a pack of smokes, he suggests I check out several boarding houses in the area. After pounding the pavement for over an hour, I arrive at a quaint brownstone called the Garden House.
Okay, I'm guessing that was supposed to be a little bit of a joke as to what the mission looks like, but it is shockingly prescient because that's not too far off nowadays. let's go ahead and head to the garden house and see if we can find out anything about Malloy here.
Hello there. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for my Uncle Thomas. You see, we lost him last week.
I'm so sorry.
No. What I mean is, we actually lost him. As in, we can't find him.
You say his name is Thomas? No, there's no one by the name of Thomas staying here.
He might be using the name Tyson Matthews.
Oh, heavens, yes. He moved in last week. Such a nice man.
Well, I know he seems very nice, but he's really a sick man. You know, nuts. He's got a terrible case of Murphy-Barr syndrome.
My goodness, he seems so lucid.
Yes, it's a strange illness. The only symptoms are an irresistible attraction to boarding houses and, of course, compulsive lying. When he has a relapse, it's like pulling teeth to get a straight answer out of it.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's just so hard to see Uncle Thomas turning into a horrible zombie of a man.
Wish you, my nephew. Your uncle's not in right now, but I'll let you into his room. You can wait for him up there. Okie dokie?
Okay, so we managed to talk our way past the, I guess the owner of the boarding house. You can definitely screw that up, and I'm kind of surprised we got it right on our first try, but I'll take it. So this is Thomas Malloy / Tyson Matthews' room in the boarding house, and we should definitely make sure we have a look.
A solid maple roll-top desk. I'd kill for a desk like this. Well, maybe I just maimed somebody. Looks like a business card.
Okay.
Cosmic Connection magazine. I seem to remember Fitzpatrick saying something about this. I remember Fitzpatrick telling me about the Cosmic Connection magazine. Looks like a sci-fi rag to me.
Nothing in the desk drawers. Like there we go.
A book of puzzles. Maybe it has some word searches in it. I love word searches. A collection of the Bay City Mirror's daily anagram puzzles. If I ever really get stuck on an anagram, at least I've... A collection of the Bay City Mirror's daily anagram puzzles. If I ever really get stuck on an anagram, at least I've got a connection at the newspaper.
That's good to know. Don't see anything under the bed. I don't think we can do anything with the fireplace. I thought there might be something on top of the mantle, but doesn't look like it. Is this a closet? That's the way out. That means this is the closet.
It's all locked up.
Okay, it's locked. Do we have any keys? I don't think so. Is there anywhere else there could be a key in here? See anything there?
Well, this bedspread's the most startling thing in the whole room. Now the lights keep this room nicely lit.
Okay, I'm not sure there's anything else in us for us to discover right now. We need to find a way to open this door. Is there really nothing on the mantle? It just feels like that's got to be a hiding place, but I guess it's not. Okay. Oh, there's one more drawer. Well, that would have been... If there's anything in there. Aha!
It's an envelope addressed to someone named Elijah Witt. A disc. I'll bet whatever's on here will get me a lead. I can run it on the computer back at the office.
Okay, so let's go back to our laptop. We found yet another boot disk. Assume this will have another puzzle. Maybe an anagram puzzle. Okay. Four 484-961-225-049. There's no way that's the code. Oh.
A collection of the Bay City Mirror's daily anagram puzzles. If I ever really get stuck on an anagram, at least I've got a connection at the newspaper. I remember Fitzpatrick telling me about the Cosmic Connection magazine. Looks like a sci-fi rag to me.
Okay, if this is it, I mean, it's a lot of numbers to remember. I guess I'll have to write this down. Okay. And you can't use the numpad here. I have to use the number row. So it's 484 961 225 049. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Let me see if I can do it with dashes. I can't. Doing it with spaces. No. I guess there's no reason it couldn't be letters, right? No. Huh.
A disc. I'll bet whatever's on here will get me a lead. I can run it on the computer back at the office. A collection. I remember.
I just don't know. Okay, so that gives us Regan's contact information. I don't know what it would be. Huh. Well, the anagram thing seems to be suggesting that we call Lucia. Although I don't know what that, where that leads us.
That's a...
This is Lucia Purnell. I'm not at my desk.
Okay, so she's still not there. So this is the other lead we could do. Follow up on is with Regan. Before that, we do that. Let's go ahead and save and call it a video. So next time we'll follow up with Regan. We'll try to figure out what this passcode is for the CD from Thomas's room at the boarding house. So we'll do that next time. Thanks.